friends and family, and good morning from beautiful Sevierville, Tennessee. For today's Tennessee roadside adventure, it brings us to exit 407 in Sevierville. We're gonna head right behind us to the awesome Buc-ee's. I am so excited to be here. It is officially Christmas time. They have so much awesome Christmas merchandise, so many different things, even from like the Grinch. You'll find like National Lampoons, a whole bunch of Buc-ee's themed Christmas merchandise. Of course, being so close to Dollywood, we'll find some Dolly Parton merchandise. And my last visit, there was a whole bunch of different Disney offerings, even Roosevelt button-down shirts. Wasn't expecting to find that. And of course, we'll get a bite to eat for breakfast time. It's about 8:30 in the morning right now. But before we get started, if you would subscribe and click the bell notification so you're aware of future uploads and live streams, we would greatly appreciate it. This is easily one of the coolest murals I've ever seen at Buc-ee's though. Welcome to Sevierville, Tennessee. You got the little vehicles here like the Volkswagen Beetle. They do have all different license plates, like that one's from Alabama. You got one here, it says Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Here is an actual one that says Florida with like that sports car. We used to actually go to the Buc-ee's in Daytona Beach, so that is really cool. But you got like a Volkswagen bus over there. You got like a Jeep for Georgia. Yeah, a couple different murals that they have painted on here of different vehicles. Actually looks really cool. And normally from this hilltop you get some really great views of the Smoky Mountains, but this morning you can actually see why they call it the Great Smoky Mountains. It is super duper foggy this morning. Another fun thing about Buc-ee's though, this place is absolutely insane. This used to be the world's largest Buc-ee's. Now I do believe it's actually located in Texas. They opened a new one over there, but there is so many gas pumps here, a massive car wash on the other end of Buc-ee's as well. Like I was saying though, at the time of recording this video, it is about 8:30 in the morning, and you can tell like how busy Buc-ee's gets because they have a bunch of really nice like breakfast offerings that you could also get in your stop here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Here's even some brand new signage if you do want to get some Buc-ee's gift cards for the holiday season. They do have them for sale inside. Of course, one of the awesome photo ops here at Buc-ee's Sevierville. Look at this massive statue with Buc-ee the Beaver. His little hat there, his tooth are sticking out. But he even has a graphic of himself on the t-shirt. On the bottom section though, you have a little placard, Sevierville, Tennessee. It tells you like the longitude and latitude for this location. Here's even some signage for the car wash. If you do want to take advantage of that, it's open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. But check out how many gas pumps are here at this Buc-ee's location in Sevierville. I feel like it goes on and on for days. Like look at this, all the way down to the far right-hand side. That's actually where the car wash is, where that big Sevierville sign is. That being said, let's head inside Buc-ee's and see what we can find. You could even get some bags of ice, perfect if you are doing any camping out or just have a cooler in general. The small bags are only $1 and then the large bags are $2. Okay, so just making our way inside of Buc-ee's. They have these massive inflatable like Christmas globes for your front yard where it's like snowing on the inside. You have Buc-ee with a Santa hat, a Christmas tree. It even says Buc-ee's on the bottom. These are $99 a piece, but they do have like the boxes here. Actually says they're 5 feet tall and it lights up at nighttime. Here's some of the awesome Buc-ee's merchandise for the holidays though as soon as you come inside. These are some kids graphic t-shirts with Buc-ee with the Santa hat. Check out the backside though, Jingle All the Way to Buc-ee's 2025. You got like Santa's sleigh. These kids t-shirts are literally only $15 a piece. I feel like that is such a great deal. But they do even have those in adult size. Again, this is the back of the t-shirt, Jingle All the Way to Buc-ee's. These are only $18 for the adult size, but it does have that same graphic on the front with Buc-ee the Beaver. And it looks like they do have a brand new adult size baseball cap since my last visit. Look at this nice like plaid design. I actually like this a lot. I'm a big fan of trucker hats. These are only $13 a piece. It's like sensory overload though when you come inside of a Buc-ee's. They have some Christmas throw blankets, jingle all the way to Buc-ee's. These are 50 by 70 inches. They actually feel like really heavy, like extremely nice quality. These are only $15 a piece for a massive throw blanket. Looks like they have like a little carousel over here. So let's check out some of the different offerings. Here is like a little head bow. Look at that with like that peppermint design with Buc-ee the Beaver. Looks like they do even have a couple different things with that same design though. Like a little bow for your hair with the peppermint design for $9 a piece. They have some plastic hair clips. I actually like this a lot with that pinstripe design. Yeah, Buc-ee with the Santa hat for only $8. They have so many different things on these spinny racks though. Like how adorable are these crew socks for the kiddos. So you have the little sleigh design there, and even says Buc-ee's on the bottom. The kids size are $6 a piece. They do even have like the matching adult size socks, literally for only $8. So a really good deal there. On the opposite side of this rack though, they have a brand new like camping style coffee mug. This is brand new since my last visit as well. Has the same design as like the graphic t-shirts do. $10 a piece for them. And it looks like they even have some little rubber duckies with a Santa hat on. Look at this though, you got like Buc-ee the Beaver on the front. Really nice attention to detail. These are $5 a piece, and they have some sugar plums and berry shower steamers. Oh, this looks really cool actually. Look at that. You get a set of 2 of them for $9. It smells incredible though. Literally right behind all the Christmas merchandise, you can get some of like the Buc-ee's glazed nuts. These are only $4.50. They have some glazed pecans, literally next to some graphic t-shirts. Here's one nice for like springtime. Enjoy the little things. You have Buc-ee the Beaver with these big sunflowers. That one is $18. They do have some like assorted Buc-ee the Beaver, more of like your regular plushies that they sell all year round, but these are $15 a piece. Here's what those gift cards look like for the holidays. They start at $25 and go all the way to $100. It looks like they do have some more merchandise actually with that sunflower design, some shimmer socks with Buc-ee the Beaver, and it looks like a bunch of different like hair accessories, just like they have the Christmas versions. But I did want to point out, like, look at this awesome Christmas tree. So this is decorated with all the brand new holiday ornaments here at Buc-ee's and some gift cards. I'm actually really surprised though, like the parking lot was pretty busy, but the shop this morning like isn't too bad at all. Looks like they have some like your old school press penny machines. You can get Buc-ee's Sevierville, Tennessee, Buc-ee's Road Trip, one with like the old truck, and then Howdy with Buc-ee the Beaver. So these are just 2 quarters and a penny. It has that old like lever style where you crank it and then you make your pressed pennies. They have some penny journal books as well. These are $10 a piece. They're not like branded specifically for Buc-ee's, but that one is really cool. And they do have some different like bandages and even different things here with Buc-ee the Beaver. Lots and lots of different chapsticks. Here's one of my personal favorite photo ops here at Buc-ee's on the inside though. You have this massive like old red pickup truck with a nice little graphic there with Buc-ee, but literally the whole bed of the truck is filled with plushies, and then you have a massive one with Buc-ee the Beaver. Look at him there. Like, I wonder if you could buy that. That is really, really neat. But underneath there, they even have some little plushie keychains for only $5 a piece, and it does come with like a little metal clippy. And so many different Christmas offerings that they do have for sale that aren't even like Buc-ee's related. They have this massive throw pillow with Santa Claus. Everything is embroidered for $25. Right next to Santa though, they have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He has the little antlers. Then an actual like jingle bell on the top, which is really neat. Let's see what else we got doing. So they have some Santa Claus scented candles where Santa's hat comes off there. These are actually Hallmark candles though. Don't really expect to find like Hallmark candles at Buc-ee's. These are $19 a piece. You have a Daddy and Me mug set where you get like a little Santa version, then like a bigger Santa coffee mug. How cool is that for the holiday season though, for your hot chocolate? And they do even have these little Christmas trees. Look at this though, you take the lid off the tree, and that's an actual candle as well. I feel like that is a really cool find. But they have some nice wall art. These are solid wooden. You got like Santa's beard there, his hands. Looks like he's getting ready to gift a Christmas present. So many fun things though that they have for sale. Check out these glass cups here. You have like an elf upside down, literally covered in rhinestones. Lots of different like unique take-home items. They have bottoms up there with Santa Claus with that little cork design with the Christmas trees. And how adorable is this little bowl? It says sleigh on the front. You actually get the, let's see here, like metal figurine. I shouldn't say metal, ceramic figurine with a reindeer for $9. Yeah, they put out so many brand new things since my last visit though. Here's a merry and bright, like a wall decor item for $12. That's a nice like bow design. They do have a really cool Christmas ornament. Santa Claus is coming to town. This actually has like the little dangly charm there on the bottom, but you have Santa's sleigh with all of the presents. A couple different ornaments over here. These are actually only $6 a piece. You have like Cowboy Santa with some candy canes. Looks like they have two different versions of a snowman, which is really neat. Let's come over to this opposite side though. How cool is this? They have like a disco ball Santa Claus ornament. I actually like this a lot with like his belt buckle for $5. They have some like glass hand-painted ornaments. They actually come inside of this little box with the Christmas tree. They do have one with a Christmas wreath here with all of the ornaments. And then it looks like they do have like a reindeer version, but these are only $11 a piece. Now right underneath there, kind of like that photo op I just showed you with the old red truck, they have a red truck here with the big Christmas tree inside. And like I was saying, you can get some National Lampoon's Christmas vacation merchandise, like these adult-sized pullover hoodies. You have like the hat there with that plaid print. These are $40 a piece. It does look like they do have some light-up headbands. These would be perfect to wear over to Dollywood for Smoky Mountain Christmas. I actually like these a lot with like that little Christmas tree design. Let's actually check out some of the different like Grinch offerings that they have for sale. So here's a nice adult size shirt with the Grinch with the Santa hat. This is my merry face. Look at his facial expression. That is really, really neat. These are $18 a piece. It does look like they have some more trucker hats here. These are brand new since my last visit as well with all of the different Christmas trees. It says Merry Christmas. Let's see if we can find the old price of Rooney. These are $15 a piece for the baseball caps. They do have some Peanuts graphic t-shirts and adult sizes as well. Look at this, you have Snoopy there with a Woodstock, all dressed up as Santa Claus for $18. And then yet another Grinch pullover hoodie. This one says Whoville, established 1957 with Grinch University for $30. A few other things on the opposite side of that rack that I wanted to show you. This has to be like the longest pullover hoodie I have ever seen before. You can actually use this as like a hoodie blanket, but this is the Grinch. You got the pockets there. These are really fuzzy for $30 a piece. Here is a brand new cup since my last visit as well. Nobody walking out on this fun, good old-fashioned National Lampoon's Christmas. It does have that graphic on both sides. These are $30 a piece, but they do have a bunch of like different National Lampoons, like graphic t-shirts on the back wall section. Here's even the brand new Bucky the Beaver Santa Claus plushie. Look at him with his fancy little shoes there. He's got his beard, his little tooth are sticking out, and the little beaver tail in the back. I love this. These are only $15 a piece. I feel like this is a must get for the holiday season. Underneath there are your adult size onesies, and again, these are the full zip. Actually comes with like the little hat there where you have Bucky the Beaver's eyes embroidered. Look at the front side though, like you even have like the belt buckle and the beaver tail. These are really, really cool for the holidays. I'm trying to find the price here. These are $30 a piece. Here's some cool little refrigerator magnets and different things that they have for sale. This one is specific to Buc-ee's Sevierville with that nice little graphic. These are $5 a piece for the magnets. Looks like they do have a couple different designs though. With like that old red truck, you have a black bear. I actually like this one. Okay, cool. The backside's reversible. It says Buc-ee's Tennessee. So a reversible magnet for only $3. I feel like that's a great deal. You have your Tennessee Buc-ee's, like a license plate version. Then some cool little plushies down here for the kiddos. This rounded design is $12. And then you do have like a larger, almost like a squishmallow pillow of Bucky the Beaver for $12. His eyes actually get covered by the hat. Of course, it's not just Christmas graphic t-shirts you can get right now at Buc-ee's. They do have a whole bunch of different adult-sized ones. Greetings from Buc-ee's, Tennessee, the volunteer state, airmail with the little stamp with Bucky the Beaver. They have a really cool tie-dye graphic t-shirt, Peace, Love in Tennessee. You have Bucky, though, with like the shape of Tennessee. Here's a really cool like pink one as well, with the shape of Tennessee. You got like some cowgirl boots, some music notes. This screams Dollywood. I actually love that one a lot. And then right over here is another really cool one with the music notes, the Great Smoky Mountains. But you have like Texas Roundup, world famous fudge here at Buc-ee's, the wall of beef jerky, and clean restrooms. Yes, they are super duper clean here at Buc-ee's. Let's see what else we have doing here on the center rack. So here's a hardcover book, Bucky Goes to School. You got like some butterflies on there. Let's see here. These are $15 a piece. They do have a whole stack of those books. Here is some, let's see. This is Tree and Room Spray, Fresh Cut Garland. Okay, so you can spray this actually on like your Christmas tree or inside like your living room, and your house will smell like fresh cut garland. These are $9 a piece. Looks like they do have some like reusable little gift bags here where you do get like the tissue included with Bucky the Beaver, and some different like drawstring party time bags. These are actually a really good size though, 30 inches by 41 inches. And here is the brand new holiday nutcracker with Bucky on the little display base. It actually says Buc-ee's. Here's some really fancy like Christmas hoodies. So this is a Marvel Deadpool version with Deadpool all dressed up as Santa Claus, and it says Deadpool a bunch of times on the bottom. This one is $30. Of course, they have some different like country themed ones. Have Willie, Nice Christmas with Willie Nelson with the American flags. This pullover hoodie is $40. Next to that, like I was saying, they do get some assorted Disney merchandise here at Buc-ee's. This is a really soft Christmas sweater with Darth Vader. It says, "Mary, the Force be with you." This one is only $30. This will probably be around $70 at Walt Disney World. So that one is a really cool find. Here is a quarter zip adult size pullover. It says North Pole Santa Elves University. Then like you have this whole like crest embroidered for $35. Like I was saying though, they have some very fancy adult size Roosevelt t-shirts. These are a nice button down. This one is specifically from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Clark Griswold. You have the Christmas tree, $70 a piece. They have a WWE version with The Rock. It says Jingle Bell Rock. You have some Christmas stockings, some Little Rock Brahma bowls there. This is really neat. That one is $70. And then right underneath there is a Star Wars Roosevelt's button down. Again, this one is Christmas themed. Look at all the little presents like kind of like flying around, but you have the Death Star and some AT-ATs. These would be perfect for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That one is $70. And how fun is this? I actually just found some more WWE graphic t-shirts since my last visit. Here's the actual like WWE logo. These are adult size for $20 a piece. They have a Hulkamania Hulk rolls. It says Python Power for $20. And they do have Hulk Hogan's brand new wrestling shop in the Sevierville area. That is really, really cool. Feeling Willie good with Willie Nelson for $20. Here's a great selection of assorted plushies as well. They have a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, so they do get some of the merchandise for that. These are kind of like the little warmy plushies where you would heat them up and then like cuddle with them. $30 a piece though. It does look like they have a Snoopy version for $30. They have Clarice from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So like both of the main characters. Actually, this one's only $25, so a little bit cheaper. Another really cool one for the holiday season. They do have some gingerbread men. They have like a girl and a boy there. Let's see the old price of Rooney on these guys. They are $25 a piece. Let's actually come on over here to the back section though. Check out some more of the Christmas merchandise here at Buc-ee's. So here's a really cool LED snow globe, again with the truck design with Buc-ee the Beaver. This actually plays Christmas melodies. They do have one on display so you can check that out, but you have like Buc-ee waving at you. These are $45 a piece. You have Buc-ee in a cinch, so this is the tree topper with bendable picks. So you can kind of like put Buc-ee the Beaver literally inside of your Christmas tree. They do have some of the trees decorated like that here at Buc-ee's. And it looks like they do have another nutcracker that's brand new since my last visit. With Buc-ee the Beaver, he has the drumsticks in his hand, and it says Buc-ee's on the bottom. Let's actually check out some of the Christmas ornaments that they do have the trees decorated with here at Buc-ee's. So this actually matches that graphic t-shirt in the adult section, Jingle All the Way to Buc-ee's. It even commemorates 2025. Only $6 for that one. If you do know anybody who does any camping, very popular here in the Sevierville area. But you got a little camper with Buc-ee the Beaver. Of course, a really cool one with the red truck. I like that though. You got Buc-ee there on the front, and then the little Christmas tree in the back. This one is only $9.50, but you have a Buc-ee inside of a Christmas stocking. He's got his little candy cane there. Looks like there's like a little bag of beaver nuggets, and then you have Buc-ee with a little snowman. Let's check out some of the clothing offerings on the back wall. So they do have some kids pullover hoodies that has the big graphic on the front side for $20. They do basically have like matching items for everything. They have the matching pair of sweatpants. These are a nice like heavy material though. Again, these are kid size for $20 a piece. They have a nice kids pullover sweatshirt. Now this one doesn't have the hood, but you have Buc-ee the Beaver for 20 bucks. And here's almost like a football jersey. This one is long sleeve. It says Buc-ee's and then 82. Actually got a graphic on the bottom section with Buc-ee though. This one is $18. They do also have that in adult size in case you want to get like matching long sleeve shirts, again with the pinstriping. The adult size is $20. Next to that though is a brand new adult size pullover sweatshirt since my last visit. Again, a nice heavy material, but Buc-ee's embroidered on the front here for $25. Lots of different sweatshirts and different things that they have though. Here's a nice cream colored one with the cursive writing on the front for Buc-ee's for 25 bucks. And then also an adult size one here. This is more of like a quilt design. It's all embroidered though. Buc-ee's on the front side for $25. I feel like this is a really nice color for Christmas time. Here's even some cool little collectibles and different things. Buc-ee Craves Jigsaw Puzzle. This is a 500-piece puzzle with some of like the beaver nuggets. So it looks like some of the chopped brisket. How cool is that puzzle? They have your always open Buc-ee's version. It says all about the brisket, Buc-ee's, Beaver Believe, barbecue, peace, love, even some cowboy boots. Even cool things for the kiddos though, like they have these smaller size like vinyl night lights with Buc-ee the Beaver. Nice little take homes. This one is $16. They have some Buc-ee's bobbleheads. A little bit of a tongue twister. They have Buc-ee's bobbleheads here. Peace, love, and Buc-ee's. That one comes with a big display stand for $20. And they do even have a 1956 Ford F-150 pickup truck. And again, this is the die-cast ones, just like that cool photo op in the front. Let's actually check out some of the assorted coffee mugs and different things here at Buc-ee's. Here's a massive one. It says Beaver Believer on the inside, but it has a nice like 3D effect with Buc-ee. That one is $13. Here's another really cool one right underneath though. This one has like a really good size handle. He's got his little toothers sticking out. $10 for a coffee mug is not too shabby. Let's see what else we have down here on this bottom section. This one's actually like a little barrel though. This one's really neat design. Kind of reminds me of like the Butterbeer design like over at Universal Studios. Definitely a lot cheaper though. That mug is $10. And I did want to mention they even have some different color changing tumblers where you get like the lids. Let's see here, 5 straws and 5 cups. Shows you on the back side like everything you get when you add the liquid, how they change colors. These are really cool because they do sell one similar at like Starbucks. You could even get some collector pins here at Buc-ee's as well. These are only $4 a piece, but you got that old like red pickup truck. That one's really neat. They have a bag of Buc-ee the beaver nuggets. Some really cool designs though. Like they have your Buc-ee's cup there with the straw. And then right over here is like a whole body pin of Buc-ee. Still only $4, so some really great prices on some of the pins. And some more collectible magnets. These are $5 a piece, but you have Buc-ee with like the American flag, a really nice little floral design. And here's one that actually matches that pin that I just showed you. Here's some more nice adult size graphic t-shirts, again with that football design with the pinstriping. 1982 Buc-ee Beavers. These are only $18 a piece. They do have a women's cut graphic t-shirt with a big sunflower with Buc-ee the Beaver in the center. It does have a nice graphic on the back side as well. Enjoy the little things for $18. That's the thing with Buc-ee's though, they're literally always putting out brand new items. Here is a satin two-piece set where you get the eye mask and the memory foam neck pillow. $13 for the entire set there. Looks like they do have some brand new holiday long sleeve graphic t-shirts for $18. You got the candy cane design though. This is actually tie-dye, which is really cool. I like that shirt. Here is a wrap towel for Buc-ee's. These are more of like a terry cloth material. One size fits most, but you got like some pretzels, looks like gummy bears, Buc-ee the Beaver. Definitely goes perfect with some adult size slippers. These actually have like the really hard like rubber bottoms, so you can kind of like wear these outside to get the mail. But you got the candy canes and the bows embroidered for $18. And of course, just like the signs say, we have to check out some of Buc-ee's world famous beef jerky, because they do have an entire shrine just to the beef jerky. They have so many different flavors, and I can attest it is very, very good. They have some peppered beef jerky. I'll kind of share some of the different flavors that they have. They have some lemon peppered beef jerky, some mesquite peppered. Here is like your classic smokehouse. I don't think I've had this one before, but that looks really delicious. They have some bohemian garlic beef jerky. One of my personal favorites though is always like the classic teriyaki. I'm a big fan of like teriyaki beef jerky, teriyaki chicken in restaurants. They have some Korean barbecue, and it says seasoned right underneath, so these will be very, very flavorful. They have cherry maple, some sweet and spicy beef jerky, and if you are looking for some hotter, like spicier beef jerky, they have jalapeno, one that literally actually says hot and spicy. And if you're willing to kick up the heat a little bit, they do have ghost pepper beef jerky. Even a really nice brand new adult size half zip jacket. This has a little rubberized patch though embroidered with Buc-ee, some big pockets at the bottom. These are solid Sherpa for $35 a piece. And it looks like there's even some really fuzzy pajama pants over here that I want to show you. These have more of like the elastic band with the drawstring, with that rounded design with Buc-ee the Beaver for $18. That being said, let's actually continue on our way and see what else we can find. It is seriously crazy though. You can spend hours in Buc-ee's literally just looking at the merchandise. Like there is so many different spots with different things. I want to dive right in though, check out some of the merchandise before we go in the back section and check out a whole bunch of the food offerings. Here's yet another throw blanket. These are really fuzzy, 41 by 57 inches. Again, with that big graphic. These are only $13 a piece for a really good sized throw blanket. Unbelievable deals that they have at Buc-ee's. Here's like little stress balls with Buc-ee the Beaver for $8. Looks like they have some little foam baseballs with that same design. They even have some footballs and basketballs. Here's some really nice adult size pullover sweatshirts as well. This one is covered in rhinestones with Buc-ee. The attention to detail is just super duper good. That one is $30, and they do have some nice kids puffer jackets. This is more of like a packable design. The full zip though, it is packable. You get the little patch there with Buc-ee the Beaver. These are $35 a piece. Also, a whole bunch of really nice Thai Beanie Babies Christmas plushies. Look at the eyes. These are really sparkly. You got a snowman with a little Christmas hat. Only $6 a piece here at Buc-ee's. One of my personal favorites though. Look at the little alien with the Santa hat. I actually like this a lot. That one is really neat. They do have a couple different designs though, like a little gingerbread man. He has like a red little Tootsie and then a green one for $6. You could even get a whole bunch of like different merchandise for the Great Smoky Mountains. These are little shot glasses with like a little collectible medallion that says Sevierville, Tennessee. These are only $7 a piece. Looks like they have some assorted coffee mugs. Yeah, it says Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So this is like your whole like park map with the black bears. $15 a piece for them. They do even have some really nice like wooden art. This says Tennessee. You got like the elk. They have a couple different designs though, like the Great Smoky Mountains with the shape of Tennessee. My heart belongs. Oh, that is so cool. In the Smoky Mountains. I couldn't agree more. That one is really, really neat. Here's some different Christmas ornaments. These are like a nice, like solid wooden design. They do have like the home one, Great Smoky Mountains with a black bear. $6 a piece. Not too shabby. On the opposite side of that rack though, holy moly, is a really cool little statue, just like the photo op coming into Buc-ee's. It even says Sevierville, Tennessee on the bottom. $15 a piece for them. Here's a really nice coffee mug. This has the guitar with all the music notes. That one is $12.99. They have a couple different designs here though with the guitars and music notes. This has more of like a pearl finish to it for $13. Let's actually check out some more of the holiday decor that they have at Buc-ee's though. So it looks like they have more of those two-piece mug sets where you get two little gingerbread men. It does come with like a little to and from tag. Nice little gift ideas that they have though. Lots of different gingerbread pieces. They have some like paper plates with a gingerbread house on it. These are $8 for the entire set. Even some like ceramic, almost like little trinket trays with that same like gingerbread house design. On the bottom section they have a, oh look at these soap dispensers. These are actually really neat. They come filled with the soap and it actually comes with the little tray for the bottom. They have some little gingerbread house Christmas ornaments that are actually pretty heavy. It does come with a little ribbon to put it on your tree for $8. Then even more like little trinket trays. These are actually glass though. Looks hand painted for $10. And of course you can never go wrong with some good Buc-ee the Beaver tote bags to take all of your cool little things home. So they do have the double graphic with pockets on either side for only $5 a piece. They have the nice red color. They have a green color, so kind of like red and green for Christmas time. And then one with the black straps. And I really like how here at Buc-ee's, like they have a whole section of different like pet Christmas ornaments. This one actually looks like our dog Willow. Look at this though, it has like a wire design to hang it onto your tree. A great deal though, only $4 a piece for like these little wooden ones. They have some cats with some Christmas lights. Let's check out some of the other ornaments that they have here. So here's like a Volkswagen Beetle with two dogs driving it with some presents. This one is $10. Even some kitchen towels and different things that they have. They have Happy Paw Days there with a little dog with a Santa hat. Has some felt Christmas lights at the bottom for $13. Looks like they even have a whole entire section with those little garden flags. Some for the holidays, some that are just like Buc-ee's related, like a nice little snowman. Let's see what we got. Yeah, these are a nice like quality material. They have a Buc-ee's version though. Welcome, hope you brought the beaver nuggets. That's really cool. This one is $10. They actually have a whole bunch of merchandise here that actually matches the same design though, like Love Peace and Buc-ee's. That's a really cool garden flag. Two different versions of that one. And they do even have some of the switch mats. If you ever seen these before, like these are actually just go in like the center of the floor mat. And you kind of like reuse them. These are only $8 a piece. They have two different Buc-ee's versions. Here's some more merchandise though with that exact signage. These are actually like solid wooden. These are $25 a piece. I think you could probably use this as like wall art or like a cutting board. Here's an actual like a glass cutting board with that design though. Love Peace and Buc-ee's. Let's see if we can find a price here. Okay, so they are $20 a piece. Right up ahead is an actual gas pump beverage dispenser. It holds 34 liquid ounces on the inside. Like, how cool is that? It's nickel plated. Comes in like a retro box for $30. They have some like bottle tab, like massive serving trays that have a good size handle with that graphic with Buc-ee though. And how's about these cowboy boots? Definitely screams country with the shot glass on the inside. These actually feel like real leather though for 15 bucks. Here's even a brand new Dolly Parton adult size pullover hoodie. So this one has the big graphic on the front. Even the Dolly sticker working 9 to 5. These are $40 a piece. Down here on the bottom section, it looks like there's even a brand new backpack. How nice is this simulated leather though? You got Dolly's facsimile signature, the guitar. Holy moly, these are only $45 a piece here at Buc-ee's. Here's yet another really nice Christmas pullover sweatshirt. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas, happiest season of all. These are $35. Look at this, they have a couple different designs though. Let's see here, we have Don't Make Me Text Santa with the little Santa hat. These are actually really heavy, so nice quality. They have some more of the almost like blanket design, like pullovers. These are really fuzzy though, again with the pockets, just like the one we saw on the front, so they do have some of the Peanuts characters. Another little selection of Christmas merchandise. Here's another graphic t-shirt, ho ho ho, bra with the little Santa hat. More baseball caps though, naughty nice. And this one says I tried with the little box check. This is a trucker hat for 20 bucks. Here's some different pairs of socks that they have. 'Tis the Season. And then you have Merry Christmas with like that cheetah print. These are $9 a piece. And just like your classic Stanley cups, look at this massive one. I like this a lot with the Highland cow. It says Mooey Christmas for only $25. Now that we've checked out a whole bunch of the awesome merchandise here at Buc-ee's, let's actually head to the back section where all the food is. We'll pick up some breakfast and do a full tour of some of the different offerings they have. So this station right here, they have a whole bunch of sweets like fudge, nuts, and desserts. They do make all of this stuff like handmade right here at Buc-ee's. Again, with that big like a barrel, Buc-ee's, Sevierville, Tennessee. Let's actually check out some of the different things that they have. So inside of these containers is a whole bunch of like massive cinnamon rolls. These are $3.50. I do recommend you check out the pull apart cinnamon rolls. Like they're very hot and fresh, very, very delicious. They have some bagged cookies here at Buc-ee's, a 6-pack of peanut butter cookies. Looks like they have some like your classic like chocolate chip, a whole bunch of different brownies, Rice Krispie treats, and some like little loaves of bread that are actually really good. We tried this one before. They have your banana pecan nut bread for $8. And of course you have to check out all the different flavors of fudge that they have, from key lime pie. They have blueberry cheesecake, some of your classics like peanut butter, cookies and cream, Rocky Road. They even have like banana pudding fudge. Like how crazy is that? Over here is like birthday cake, M&Ms, and then the salted caramel sounds really good. Here's the deal on the fudge right now. Buy 4 and get 2 free. Over at the Texas Roundup, they actually hand carve all the brisket and all the different food offerings, but they have some beast burritos with potatoes, cheese, bacon, sausage, and eggs. They have brisket, egg tacos. Those sound really good. A couple different ones on the opposite side though. They have some sausage, egg, and cheese tacos. I actually had that one before. That one is very good. They have some sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, some breakfast bowls, and apple pies. I did want to come over here to the back section though, because they have so many different cups that you can check out. And it's really cool how like a bunch of them are kind of like all in one place. This is a really tall one, like your Stanley cup. This is the Yukon Outfitters. $26 a piece for them with the big handle. They do have a stainless steel water bottle with the Buc-ee's logo for only $20. These come in like all different shapes and sizes though. Even the 20-ounce tumblers are a great deal, $11 a piece for them. But they have like some of the silicone cups. Look at this, you can actually like squeeze them. It has like that tricolor with the blues. My son Matthew's a big fan of these. That one is $13. Looks like they even have like some little kids serving trays where you can put like the drink These would be great for like a good travel day, and so it doesn't get like all food all over your house. Oh, I should say all over your car. These are $7 a piece, so you can kind of like put them on your lap. It's molded for your legs. This is why you have to look everywhere at Buc-ee's though, because they do have a couple other stainless steel tumblers that weren't up front, but this has that nice like animal print to it. These are $26 a piece. They do actually have two different versions though, which is really neat. They have this one with like the aqua blue color for $26, but it's even some of like your smaller cups with the red lids with the Buc-ee's logo. Let's see what else that we have right next to that. So we have some of our beaver nuggets, gourmet candles. I never knew they sold beaver nuggets candles at Buc-ee's. $12 a piece only. And check out these massive coolers that you can purchase, again with the tie-dye design. This thing is seriously like a duffel bag. It's embroidered Buc-ee's on the front, where you can get all of your ice and different things on the outside. Check out all the different like popcorns that they have. Drizzled popcorn. They have some birthday cake. They have cookies and cream, black and white. I don't think I've ever seen these. Look at this though. They have some spicy peanut butter and caramel popcorn. A bunch of different offerings. Okay, so we got the cart filled with all sorts of really cool things. We're gonna get some chocolate cups there. Looks like it has some like chocolate pudding and whipped cream. We got some of the Buc-ee's bold and spicy beaver nuggets, some neck pillows, and then where Brandy's hand is, I'm actually going to try the Beast breakfast burrito. Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. Okay, so here's some of the different foods that we got. Brandy actually didn't get breakfast. She went with the Buc-ee's chopped brisket sandwich. These are $8.50. Everybody's a big fan of the brisket though, and the pulled pork here at Buc-ee's. I went with the Beast breakfast burrito. I think there's like bacon, there's eggs, cheese, like sausage in there, so a little bit of everything. And then we did go ahead and get that chocolate pie cup dessert. These look really delicious. Okay, so here's a closer look at this breakfast burrito. I normally get the sausage, egg, and cheese. This has a bunch more meats on the inside though. I'm really excited to try this because the sausage, egg, and cheese is really good. All right, let's go ahead and give this puppy a try. That's really good. You can actually see like all the egg that they put inside. There is a generous portion of bacon, sausage. You get a bunch of the cheese as well. I didn't hit a breakfast potato yet. Yeah, I highly recommend this. Very, very good. And here's the chocolate pie cup that we got for dessert. It looks like it's layered with like chocolate pudding, whipped cream, and then you have like some Oreo pieces on top. But they do have some other puddings like banana pudding. I heard that one's really good as well. Okay, let's go ahead and have some breakfast for dessert. We're gonna try the chocolate pie cup. I got a little bit of the whipped cream, some of the chocolate pudding, and Oreo pieces. Yeah, it's really good. The whipped cream is very good. Like the chocolate pudding isn't like over chocolatey. And it's nice how they put the Oreo pieces on top. Yeah, it's a perfect breakfast dessert. I had such a fun time today hanging out here in beautiful Sevierville, Tennessee. It's always a pleasure coming out to the massive Buc-ee's and checking out all of the newest holiday merchandise that they have to offer. And it's not just Christmas merchandise you can get right now. They have some of your classic Buc-ee the Beaver merch, some different Disney Roosevelt button-down shirts. That was a really cool find. And you can never go wrong with some good Buc-ee's food. I tried that massive breakfast burrito. That was very good. Brandy tried the brisket sandwich, which was delicious. And we had some dessert for breakfast, which was just like the cherry on top of the sundae. That being said, if you'd like to help further support our travels, please consider checking out our Patreon page. I'll add a link to that in the description box. But if you like today's video, give it a big thumbs up. And as always, make today awesome.